Hello, my name is Matthew Carey and I am the chairperson of Bear and Others Burdens Ministry of Christ, or BABMOC for short. Who knows what Bible verse that comes from? You got it, Melissa. Galatians 6:2, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. A little bit more about myself. I am married, a father of 3 20-something boys, and an internal medicine physician here in Johnson City, Tennessee. In 2007, I made a friend while watching one of my son Jimmy's soccer games. My friend's name was Isaac Mayon, and his son Wilfred was playing soccer that day with my son. Isaac is from Liberia, which is a West African country that suffered a devastating civil war from 1989 to 2003. In 2009, Isaac returned to Liberia and witnessed many children not attending school because their parents could not afford the cost of fees and transportation to send them to school. Most of the schools in Liberia were destroyed from the Civil War, and the country has not been able to rebuild and staff them fast enough. Most schools, whether public, private, or charity, operate with charging at least some fees, which ultimately means that many parents can't afford to send their children to school. Most of the parents of children at our school make less than $500 in an entire year. When Isaac returned to Johnson City, he approached me and another of his friends, Laura Armfield, who is a social worker that counsels children, and we formed BABMOC. We started raising money to build a school, but then the Ebola epidemic struck Liberia, so we gave the money that we had raised to Doctors Without Borders because that became the priority. Once the Ebola tragedy had subsided, we rallied donors and raised enough money to build a school on a parcel of land that Isaac's family owned in Monrovia, Liberia. We started with grades K through 3 in 2017, and then last year we renovated an adjacent building so that we could have a classroom for the rising 4th graders. We also put in a reading room, an office, and a computer lab in the new building. The school now has flush toilets with a septic system, but the kids have to carry the water into the school in buckets to fill the toilets. Last summer, we applied to the United Methodist Global Ministries for a grant for a running water system for the school. Like a gift from God, we got news in November that we had received a United Methodist Committee on Relief, that's UMCOR, WASH grant of $3,700. With the grant, we have constructed a water tower, a pump, and plumbing to provide running water into our 2 school buildings. We already had a well on the property. There are pictures and videos of the water project on our website and on our Facebook page and on a YouTube channel. We have more needs to meet, including 2 more bathrooms, a pickup truck to help with building projects, and a van to carry children when walking is difficult. We also are facing construction costs for the 5th and 6th grade classrooms, and we will also have for our rising 4th graders coming up to the 5th grade. We also just found out a few weeks ago that our well was going dry, so we're working on extending that, and we'll also be asking UMCOR for a grant extension to dig a deeper well for our water system. Right now it costs $340 to educate one child for 1 year in our school, and we have 118 children attending our school, your school, right now. We're grateful for all of you in the United Methodist Church. You should be proud that you are helping to change these children's lives. I'll tell you a little story. When we first opened the school in 2017, at the start of every school day, all the kids would ask to go to the bathroom so that they could flush the toilets. That was a novelty for many of them. And that was despite the fact that they had to carry in the water in buckets. After several days of this, Isaac and the staff created a 15-minute period at the start of every day so that any child that wants to go to the bathroom can get it out of their system, so to speak. That way, they would all settle down for their classes after that. Now they have running water, and we're not sure what'll happen when they can flush the toilets as much as they want, but it's fun to find out. Thank you.